Look at this. Alrighty, I'm actually really curious about this. The thumbnail is saying, like, to dive or not to dive, right? My hope is, right now, for August, month of my birthday, they do something awesome, and they make it to where there's no more diving. I think diving ruined Sea of Thieves in a way, in the fact that nothing felt natural anymore. World events didn't feel natural, nothing really did. But I think that it's, you know, if that's what they're tackling, I'm happy, but let's just get into it.
Hey everyone, in this update, I'll share
Drew.
more on the next season, additions coming to custom seas, upcoming live events, and then wrap up with some spicy experiment news. So let's get into it. Let's kick off and talk about the question that's on everyone's mind. What's going on with Season 21?
What is going on with Season 21, you know? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have not played Sea of Thieves this entire season. I've done the events, and they're really fun. The most fun I've had in Sea of Thieves. But I've had no reason to actually boot a normal game. That's like my come clean, be honest. I've been waiting for something to bring me back into the game, and it just hasn't arrived yet. And I'm hoping my GOAT here, Drew Stevens, you know, is going to come in, he's going to say, we're going to make the game fun again. I'm like, whoa!
While new content will be a key part of how we expand the experience in the future, that's not where we're focusing right now.
Hey guys, Drew Stevens just said no new content. I'm hoping to God that just means that he's joking. He's joking. Drew's he's pulling a fast one. He's pulling a fast one. He's pulling a fast one on us.
The sandbox is full to the brim with experiences already, but some have lost their spark over the years, and we want to return and breathe some life back into them, alongside our commitment to improving game health across the wider experience.
That's what I was talking about. Yes. I was about to say, like, there's no new content coming. Please go back and make some things that are really boring not so boring, and not just things that you put into the game and never looked back on. This is so nice.
But the updates we deliver moving forwards through this next year will arrive when they meet the goals we've set out, had sufficient time in players' hands, and they're hit.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I in one of my videos, this one, I think. No, actually, it's in the video that I absolutely hate the most, the Golden Age of Sea of Thieves, where I talk about how much I hate seasons and how it is just straight up the absolute worst thing that they've ever added to Sea of Thieves. The Golden Age, this is the worst video I've ever made, not because of the quality, right? The worst video I've ever made because of quality has to be this one. This was something I was just like, I want to see what kind of numbers it does. It does good numbers. Why wouldn't it, you know? This video is so... 2 years ago, I thought this game was about to hit a golden age. 2 years later, I think that this game is in a worse state than when I posted the video, which is really bad. That's so bad.
Reigniting the sandbox, custom seas, and game health, we're confident that doubling down and focusing on the quality of our work is going to lead to a stronger Sea of Thieves experience in the long run.
So something that I'm, you know, seeing a bunch of in this video is that Drew here, he's given us a lot of, like, long-term things. He's saying, like, obviously, a lot of people think that Sea of Thieves is getting to the point where we're going to sunset it. You know, they think Xbox is just going to cut it off. He's speaking in long-term right now, which brings me a little bit of hope that, like, you know, we're going to get somewhere. We're, like, this is the dark ages of Sea of Thieves right now. It's not the golden age by any means. This is the regression, you know, like, where things kind of all around are bad because, you know, maybe we could just, like, make some scapegoat of, like, the executives are trying to push seasons and stuff, but it's just like, I don't know. I think that this game is so close to being where it needs to be. It's so close, but it's just not there.
One heavily anticipated quality of life feature that I can confirm is coming though, outfit saving.
This is I think the most heavily requested feature for Sea of Thieves that has never been added. And, like, I remember within the first month of the game being live, like a Reddit post saying like, "Hey, we should add outfit saving." It's here. It's 2026. This game came out when I was in junior high. Now I understand I'm taking my sweet ass time in college, but good lord, I'm in college.
And we're aiming for a release later this year. But
I don't, you know, I think I'm being a bit of a barnacle head about this one, you know, but it's like, dude, that's so, I don't know the process. It could be a lot
we'll
harder,
keep
and
you
I'm going to
updated
go in
along
with
the
that
way
assumption that
to
it's probably
reveal
harder.
more about how it works.
What do you mean you're gonna update us along the way on how it works? Yeah, like they're saying by the end of the year it'll be out. It's 4 months for one feature. That's what I'm concerned about, you know? This is a quality of life feature that has been asked for infinitely. It is not the hardest thing in the world. I mean, hell, we had outfit saving for our ships, right? Remember when that came out, captaincy, and it just didn't work for a month? It would steal your gold. Okay, you know what?
Right.
I believe.
Over
I
to custom
believe.
C.
That's cool. Now, for me right now, I'm kind of trying to shift from fashion into these events. I think that it's just way more fun for me. I love being a host. Um, this is good. These are things that honestly should have shipped, but I'm glad that, you know, they're coming. I'm glad that they're prioritizing this, honest to God. I'm glad that this is being pushed out and this isn't like a, hey, we're going to get this out. Well, I don't know what Drew's about to say. Drew here could say like, this, we're planning on pushing this one out at the start of 2027. You know, I've my desk. I'm knocking on the wood right now. But
During
like,
development, the team also tinkered with the ability to set damage values into the negative, allowing weapons to heal.
ooh,
And it just works. So we're leaving it in for you to play with.
it just works. Hey, a
Lots
note
of
out of
these
Bethesda right
improvements are now
there.
making their way through Insiders. So jump in and give
It's
us
in
your
an
feedback.
insiders already.
In
That's great. That's
addition
great.
to with the smaller scale events like the weekly fight nights and emissaries of fortune, up to our larger events like the Bilge Rats Weekender and Community Weekend.
That's something I miss. You know, I've been skipping out on the Bilge Rat Weekenders just because the first one was really special to me. I had a beautiful time playing the game. I love doing it. I met, you know, random crews. We all worked together. But then they stopped like adding stuff and making it feel like, okay, now you have to come in. This is, you know, your one time chance to get it, but the items are still in the, I don't know.
Last ship standing. After cutting the event short back in July, the team are taking
This might be a self report. I've not played Last Ship Standing. I want to play it, but at the same time, I just want Arena back. I feel like I'm bold enough to admit this. I am so tired of just naval combat being the only PvP we get in this game now. I'm so tired of that. I genuinely adored when there was this beautiful time period of Arena. This was fresh from the Eye of Reach nerf. This is like really far back. Okay, this is like you're gonna have to use your craniums for this one. Right when Insiders got released, and I'm pretty sure I can talk about this because the NDA got lifted. The first Insider build, I believe, was one of the first ones at least, was for the anniversary update, which included Tall Tales, which included Arena. And I remember that, you know, they were using a backport of the game, so, you know, Eye of Reaches could still hip shot with 100% accuracy. Well, when, you know, Arena eventually hit live, that wasn't the case, and no one was using Eye of Reach anymore because it got nerfed. You couldn't, you know, quick sop and into, you know, hip fire. You had to, you know, just play the game a little bit. There was this beautiful period of time where everyone was using Sword Flintlock or Sword Blunder, and you know, that's right when Arena came out. So you had these cool fights where some people were on the boat. You sent the people out to dig up the chest and they were all fighting on the island. You had to grab it, get it back to your ship. There was no harpoons. So you had to carry it up your ship. And that's the thing. Sea of Thieves has done this thing when it comes to PvP where they made it so fast. Everything's fast now. You can board fast. You can, you know, kill faster now. You can throw things that are instant, everything's fast, and that was one thing I loved about Sea of Thieves, is that everything was slow. Kill times used to be faster because of quick swap, but I'm telling you, this is a very short period of time, maybe 2 weeks at a maximum, when the meta shifted away from Eye of Reach for a little bit, and it was so beautiful. I genuinely think that a lot of my issues with this game stem from the Eye of Reach being such a big amount of burst damage. I always thought that the Eye of Reach should be used as a sniping tool, having inverse damage, so less damage up close, longer damage as it flies. But, obviously I'm not a game dev, and that probably would have bigger consequences than whatever. Grandpa telling us his war stories. But, like, man, I miss Arena. It made sense in my head. I like the point system. I don't like that it's like, even though, like, for instance, in Last Ship Standing, it's just a third-party fest. That's all I heard about it, and that's why I didn't want to try it out, because in Arena, if you got third-partied, you still at least earned a bunch of points from firing cannons and killing people. If you turned in chest, you still got that, and that was what made it, like, you still always had a chance, and you always had the, the Deus Ex of the silver chest. Give us that back. I don't want Last Ship Standing. Let me go to the arena as any of the factions. Let me go as a Hunter's Emissary, a Order of Souls, a Reaper, whatever, and let me fight for my company. It's that simple. I know it's like well, you're not actually earning Emissary. You're not earning real rep for your... I don't care. I do not care. I want more PvP in the game. I want natural, but I also just want... I want big fights. I want a bunch of galleons all fighting, not a bunch of sloops that are impossible to sink, because sloop PvP makes me want to blunder bomb my head off.
Is a special event called Big Ship Little Ship, and yes, that's its real name.
Couldn't go back to the drawing board on that. You know what? Maybe Big Ship Little Ship is all...
Little Ship is going to temporarily switch how we matchmake ships onto servers, with sloops being brought onto servers only with other sloops, while brigs and galleons are matched together.
Whoa, hold on. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on this one. Oh my god. That's awesome. Wait. Hold up. Because and then we can start balancing the sloop a little bit better for sloop v sloop combat exclusively. My ears are open.
We don't intend for Big Ship Little Ship to be a regular part of our calendar. For now, it's a single temporary event that runs over a weekend. It's also
a weekend? A weekend? That's it? 2 days? Come on. Okay.
Experiment like the one we're running in Season 20. There is no end scenario here where we would ever consider making a change like this permanent.
Big Ship, Little Ship, this could be cooking. Like, normally I'm like, these experiments that they do are very, like, Nothing Burger-esque to me, because I feel like the most recent one, the diving, where they're like, no more diving to events. That is not the problem. The problem is diving to voyages. This could be good, in the sense of, this could fundamentally change how the game is played in a meaningful way. Because right now, we've been given way too many tools for ship combat that feel far too oppressive. This would allow us to balance things that are really annoying to deal with. For instance, like, imagine you're trying to sink a Sponge and Nessie sloop. Like, that level of threat. It feels impossible at times, even if you do have that bigger crew advantage, because, they can get their mast up, it takes 2 chain shots. Even if you do land that Hail Mary chain shot, you've only just damaged their mast twice. And you'd have to, land either a cannon or another chain shot. And that's just so... I understand what it stemmed from, of like a galleon rolling up on a big sloop, but when they do this, they really should consider trying out the concept of it taking 1 chain shot to break a sloop's mast. Because that's what always, like, that's the issue, right? We have these tools to shut down ships, but we have all of these other tools that are, like, exclusively designed to make the sloop unboardable, unsinkable, to protect that solo player mindset. I don't know. I'm really hoping the latter half of this video really seals the deal. but I've got hopium. Hopium is pumping through my veins right now.
Real experiments. Costume change. So,
Tough.
Season 20 launched with our first game experiment.
Okay.
Where we removed the ability to dive to a range of raid voyages.
Surely Drew Stevens is about to say we are removing diving as a feature entirely. Except for tutorial voyages and low-level pirates. Surely, right?
The data shows we've had more contested world events as a result.
Okay.
And that's backed up with a
Okay, no shit, Drew. No shit you've had more contested world events. A good chunk of my early levels to getting, like, level 500 in Merchant Alliance was just me doing a skeleton fort in 12 minutes. I would time myself. It took an average of 12 minutes to solo a fort. And I would do this for hours. It was a level per fort, and I would just do it on repeat. No shit. But I don't know. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I want to hear.
Have felt more alive since making this change. So, we feel we've seen enough. We're happy to share that our raid voyage experiment is going to be made permanent in September's game update. Diving to those world events will now be permanently removed, and all raid-specific company treasures will be redistributed into the vaults of emergent world events. The chances of the Chest of Fortune appearing in all world events will
also be 100%. It will be a guaranteed chance at every single world event. Guaranteed. You have a commendation that has you turning in what? Like 1 billion? And it's not even guaranteed. There are better odds walking into a casino naked and walking out with money than going to a world event right now and getting a Chest of Fortune.
Also be staying for future seasons, but with the addition of a guaranteed drop in
there we go!
Fleet of Fortune and Burning Blade.
There we go. There we go.
And when we talk about reigniting the
come on, slam dunk, slam dunk.
Scenarios like this where we have to accept we've taken a wrong turn.
It's
time to make a big
change. Come on, say it.
So with that, let's talk about our next experiment.
Come on.
The last one was spicy. This one is going to be polarizing.
Wait.
Say it. We're turning off diving.
Thank you. Yes. Fucking finally. Holy shit. Yes.
I'll just give that a second to settle in.
Oh, thank you, Drew.
Season 21
thank you.
Arrives in September. All voyages, tall tales, and the remaining raids.
And tall tales. That's the biggest one. You can no longer have some dipshit sail onto the horizon with your hard-earned flag on their ship still, and they can just go away to the golden whatever. I'm so happy.
Have the option to dive to.
Oh my goodness.
Again, set sail.
Okay. I gotta digest this in the old noggin. Okay. He said it. He said the line. Thank you, Drew. Oh my goodness. I went into this, 30 minutes ago, absolutely concerned. Absolutely mortified of the fact that most likely Drew was going to tell me some abysmal, horrible news, and I'm exiting this video like my heart is beating with pride for this game because for once a solid choice has been made. It's not actual shit. I do not hate this game, and that's something I feel like I gotta emphasize, and I feel like a lot of people don't hate this game. They're angry at this game. You can't be angry at something unless you have stake in it, right? You don't get mad at a game that you lost because, you don't care about it. If you didn't care about it, you wouldn't be getting upset. That's how I feel about Sea of Thieves. This game is on the cusp of being where it needs to be. But it's so far detached from what it once originally was that it lost that spark. and I have a lot of faith in Drew, right? Drew does a lot of I don't use Twitter anymore. I exclusively use it from this little sidebar attachment. I uninstalled it from my phone. But when I would use Twitter a lot, man, Drew would be very interactive with it. Like, I trust him. There's no one I trust more in the saddle of things than Drew. I'm actually excited for the first time ever, for the first time in a long time. I'm pretty ecstatic for the future of Sea of Thieves. I was on my hands and I was praying for him to just say that we're getting rid of it and it's gone. I'm just happy. Okay, let me look at chat a little bit. Okay. That was beautiful. We're gonna transition over.
What the fuck?
Do.
What?
Come here!
Okay. Yeah,
Come here!
Yeah, see ya, I guess.
Ah!
Shoot him with the harpoon gun.
I'm just stabbing him with my knife.
Yeah, just do that, I guess.
I'm just going to town on him.
Alright, man.
Come on, come on.
Shit. Oh, okay, he's bringing us back to the boat. Holy fuck, he's going fast.
I know.
Wait, what is he doing?
I'm just stabbing him.
What the fuck is... What is this?
I'm just stabbing him. I've just been stabbing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Holy shit.
Shit, there's no.
What?